Sorry, do I know you? Just two friends till the end, drift apart, then back again. Sorry, do I know you?
Sorry, do I know you?
Do I know you? Just two friends till the end, drift apart,
then
back again. Sorry.
Do I know you?
you?
I turn that shit off.
We should do
Is that like
do Inception, like where we just watch
over and over and
we
over
should actually
again.
watch us watching the video. We actually should do that sometime. Great idea for a reaction pod.
To our own podcast.
And then do a reaction to the reaction. And just keep going for like a week until people turn it off.
That actually seems like the worst content of all time.
And it's like...
Is there something very...
Eventually it's just because it's all the audio just layered over. So it's just... like...
It's just like white noise. It's like...
Do you remember when they did the like... is it James May with the block of cheese? Have you ever seen that? They did a split screen. It's like, this is cheese. And it just split screen. And they split it 1,000,000 times.
I've never seen that. Why is James May doing that? James May?
I don't know why.
I feel like that's quite narcissistic. Or not narcissist, self-indulgent.
Of us?
Of us, yeah.
Surely...
Our podcast.
Yeah, surely having a podcast is that.
Well, welcome to episode 38.
38, yeah, you actually got it right. You never really get it right.
We actually have...
Plans.
We always have plans. We're always talking the same shit. We have the first episode of the first full YouTube episode is up. You can actually go watch our episode 37 on YouTube now.
As of 30 seconds ago.
As of a week ago, if you're listening to this.
Yeah, today is now Tuesday, the 1st of August at 12:13.
Why are you giving away the timing?
Why do you not want people
It's
to
all
know that
fancy,
we've
I know,
got
but this is not
terrible
gonna-
turnaround?
This is not going to come back. We really are, I wouldn't say half-assing the podcast. We're just really bad, it seems, at like managing.
No, we're trying to just streamline a little bit better. We've come up with a great new method, and it just didn't work flawlessly the first time.
And now we have to bin it.
No, we're gonna keep going with it.
It's getting there. So the first full episode video is out, and have a look at it. See what you like or don't like about it. Like it on YouTube, and then write in the comments what the fuck you want us changed.
No, fuck them. They don't get any input. No, I'm only joking.
I want to know what they don't like and what they do like, and what you want on the podcast.
Yeah,
my brain is like down here today.
Today you're not feeling highly functioning.
Not highly functioning, I don't think.
I kind of woke up late, and that was my problem, as I sometimes do. But to be fair, today's
Coronation Day.
Today's Coronation Day. What? I'm supposed to be king.
Just can't wait to be.
I've got like 3 tangents from that song alone, but I'll tell you what I was on about. I was out last night because 2 of my mates came to see my gig in the Imperial, and then I went out for a couple of drinks afterwards. So I didn't get home till late. And then when I got home late, what did I do? I edited the podcast because I was late on that as well.
You didn't have to, but it was actually my fault because what we were trying to do is I was editing the video and I would cut out all the bad parts, and there was a lot of bad parts. We say some things that we don't mean, and then we have to cut them out.
Yeah. Go.
Or that it seems fine when we say them, and then we listen back and we're like, oh my god.
That's fine when the 2 of us are chatting away.
Yeah. Then we listen back and we're like, Jesus, that's horrendous. What the fuck?
Going to the public.
This is going, yeah. So we have to cut a lot of shit out. But I sent the uncut versions, and then Colin had to edit it, and our whole workflow was destroyed and actually wasted a lot of time.
But it was fine. It actually was fine. That today we're going to get it right.
I had sleepless nights.
I had sleep apnea.
I think my bed is just chronic.
Is your bed
not really sleeping.
Good? No?
I mean, this is not really interesting, is it?
The way you said it as well was just like...
Yeah, my bed is actually really bad. Yeah.
No, the way you're like, I'm not really sleeping.
I'm not really sleeping. I'm actually in turmoil.
That would be... Actually, hold my mic for a second while I close that window.
Oh, yeah.
Keep chatting though.
So, how have you been getting on, Colin? I've been getting on really good there in the last couple of weeks now. Oh, that's really cool. Do you have any cool? I'm actually quite depressed. Oh, that's okay.
What were you talking about?
Are you talking about me?
What are you on about?
Oh, no, bro. No, I'm not talking about nothing, bro. You, me, who?
So yeah, I got in late last night, but had a great time. I actually went to like some arcade place, played some games. Cool. First time playing Dance Dance Revolution.
It is a revolution.
I actually got really into it. I was actually good.
Dance games in arcades are the best crack.
It was actually
Get
really
your
fun.
steps in, have a bit of fun. What was the arcade like? Where is it?
It was down by
London.
It was in Soho, but like kind of like on the fringes of Soho. I'm trying to think. It's actually more near like Oxford Circus. There's a blues bar called Ain't Nothing But the Blues. Does a blues jam on Monday nights.
Ooh.
But couldn't get in because it was too fucking full. So I kind of brought them all the way over there, and then we went to the arcade, and there was a pub across the road. So we were like, fuck, we'll just go in there because we were trying to like figure out where to just get one last drink before I headed home or whatever, and they were going to stay out for the night. And we like walked up to the door, and your man's like, "You've been here before?" The doorman, I was like, "No."
Like, get away from here.
No.
Like, oh, what the hell, man? Come on. Like, he's like, ID. It's like, it's an arcade.
Yeah,
like, picks you up and throws you away.
Yeah, no, it was.
You're not coming in here, you slag.
He was like,
sorry.
Go on. He was like, "You've been here before?" I was like, "No." He's like, "You know it's a gay bar, right?" I was like, "All right, fine." Like
the arcade was a gay bar.
The fucking pub across the road from the arcade. You were just too busy thinking about your stupid fucking jokes. You weren't even listening to my story. You damned cunt. Fucking sake.
The arcade.
That's why I was like, what's he still on about the arcade? We've left the arcade. Yeah, there was a pub across the road from the arcade called Freedom, which I could have guessed, but he was like, you know it's a gay bar. I was like, I don't care. That's fine. Yeah. I just want to drink. And then your one almost served me alcohol, which happens a lot actually. I was like, Heineken Zero, and she came out with like a full pint. I was like, is this definitely Heineken Zero? And she was like, what? I was like,
you've ruined the last couple of years of my life.
Everything is over.
You have one sip and immediately your top is ripped off.
That was it.
And you're like sweating profusely and you're like dancing on tables and like smacking people and stuff.
I woke up naked by the banks of the Thames. And that
Bankster was like, you know it's a gay bar. That's kind of strange.
He was a bit of a fucking twat anyway. I'd feel like
it's a bit weird. Like
it's not, because like some bouncers in London are just fucking twats. But I get it. Like they deal with a lot of shit as well. Like, you know what I mean?
Was it fun?
I have a lot of respect for bouncers. I have a lot of friends who are bouncers, especially the ones in Edinburgh. Sound. Yeah, we have. Touching old ground.
So we move on, you know. Yeah. Keep it fresh.
Yeah, keep it fresh. Anytime I mention anything that I've mentioned before.
We've mentioned that before, haven't we? Yeah.
Okay,
I'm just trying to just keep it interesting for the people, you know.
We do actually have a subject for today.
That I am not versed on.
No, but that's fine. That was the point. I wanted to get your reactions to things.
I suppose I have I have a tiny bit of knowledge about it, but I think I probably have more knowledge than I actually do.
I basically,
like most things in my life.
What we wanted to talk about was fast fashion, and I thought it would be kind of interesting to kind of read out some facts to you, because like you're not a huge proponent of fast fashion, but you're into your clothes. You like your clothes.
I do.
Especially like,
obviously not right now though, you know.
No, but you do like,
I'm in my PJs.
What would you describe your style as in terms of like what you buy from? I feel like it's a lot of like, you do buy a lot of high street, like Uniqlo.
I do buy Uniqlo. I suppose Uniqlo aren't as bad.
No.
As the rest of them. I used to buy a lot of H&M and all that kind of stuff, and I really don't buy H&M stuff anymore.
Yeah,
I still buy Zara shit though.
They're a big proponent.
They're
of
a
it
big
as well, yeah.
They're a big fucking fast fashion bunch of cunts. And I do feel guilty inside my soul when I buy stuff. But some of the stuff I just can't find anywhere else, and it's really expensive.
Yeah,
like I'm all about buying what is it, closet pieces, stable pieces, something like that. Stuff like, you know, I'm trying to like change my wardrobe to like a wardrobe that I'm just going to wear all the time. Not like I don't have a shit ton of clothes because I just actually got rid of a load of stuff back in Ireland. And I'm trying to like find pieces that are kind of more expensive than aren't fast fashion and stuff. But some of them are really expensive. Like I wanted to get this fucking fleece from this Australian kind of sustainable fashion gaff. It was really nice, and I was like, this would be great for winter now because I wear this fucking like all the time. Do you know what I mean? I would only need like 2 or 3 heavy tops, like, and it was like fucking 200 something quid.
I know.
And I was like, I can't afford to spend €200 on a fleece right now.
Nice fleeces are
a nice fleece, like.
No, like,
but it was lovely. It was like black and everything. It was called a Yeti fleece.
Yeah, all those things like North Face, Patagonia, all those kind of outwear brands. They are actually very good for like counteracting fast fashion.
Yeah.
Because that's the point, is like you buy 120.
You buy one jacket and you don't need to buy another one for years.
Yeah, that's, I suppose, the point. And at Patagonia, actually, because I was looking it up last night, certain parts of their, like certain products, they will repair for you if you send to them.
Yeah.
Like if you've got like one of those like goose, like they don't do goose down, but you know what I mean? Like as in like it's a padded jacket with insulation stuff. Like if that tears, they'll
fix it.
They'll repair it for you like properly.
That's fucking class.
Yeah. So that's why they have like a serious price point.
Because they'll have it
they'll
for
actually
a long time.
repair it for you, for free.
Like I have spent shit tons of money on some items and stuff.
Yeah.
And I do enjoy, because I don't buy any t-shirts or anything like that now from H&M and Zara and stuff, because they do just like get destroyed.
Yeah.
And then you can't wear them because they're all tatty and ruined and stuff.
Yeah.
So like all my t-shirts now are from Uniqlo.
Yeah, they are good.
They're like the Airism t-shirts, and they have been fucking holding up quite well.
That's the thing, you can wash them a lot.
Yeah, and they're like not getting tattered and shit. So I'm like, and I don't throw out clothes that much. Do you know what I mean? I really try and get like as fucking much out of it as I can. Like,
yeah.
And if I really love something, I'll get it fixed.
I'm bad for just like, I never throw stuff out and I don't wear half of it. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it's like stuff I've had for like, I realized like some of the stuff, like I've jocks there that I've had for like, that my mum bought me when I was a fucking teenager. Like it's actually chronic. I'm like, this is fucking crazy.
I do still buy Jackson socks from pennies.
Yeah, but that's fair enough. Like I feel like I will wear jocks until they literally fall apart.
And there's like a big hole in the crotch and your balls are hanging out.
Yeah.
Down to your ankles.
Down to my ankles.
I'm sick. I'm very sick. Help me. I am a fucking bastard though.
All right.
I just
finish the
in general.
Yeah. Finish.
Full stop. Full stop. Yeah. I'm a fucking bastard.
Yeah. But back to the subject.
Yeah. We're getting sidetracked here. We digress. Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Nice. That's chronic. I feel like
I'm a fucker for buying shoes, runners.
Oh yeah.
I fucking like. I go through. I used to be buying Air Force Ones all the time, and now I actually just buy like Bershka ones that are like 50 quid, and they look the exact same, and they actually last longer than the Nike ones.
Really?
They do. Yeah. In fairness,
they're
somewhere, but I have to buy a new pair because my other ones are absolutely tattered, and I've been like holding off because I'm like, I can't buy another pair of white runners.
Yeah.
If you go into my bedroom in Cork, there's just like
you do have a lot of white
ton of like tattered, destroyed white runners, and I'm like looking at them and I'm like, these are all going to go to a landfill.
No.
And the guilt. You can't give these destroyed runners to someone. They're destroyed and they're mank.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do with my next pair though, I'm going to buy there's a company called, I think it's called Crep Protect.
Oh, you spray the shit.
And you spray like this fucking nano shit over it, and then it protects it for a lot longer.
Nanotech.
But yeah, I'm going to do that.
Class.
That's my next goal. That's me helping out sustainable fashion.
Thanks.
Pleasure. Sir.
That's episode 38.
Yeah, thanks. But I will say I could do a lot better.
Well, we all could. That's the point. Like, I thought we could highlight it today because, like, I don't know that much about it, and I was even looking it up last night. I was like, Jesus Christ,
it's really bad.
Like, outrageous.
I am going to go because there is a lot of. It's hard to charity shop for lads because
it's
not a lot of lads
and sizes and
put stuff into charity shops. Like
that's
nice
actually
clothes.
true. Yeah.
For girls are like love charity shopping. So then when girls go charity shopping, they're like, oh, I actually can find great pieces that are in good nick. Like, when you go to a lad's charity shop, it's just a bunch of old man clothes.
Yeah, depends. I've found a few decent things, but like it's rare enough.
Yeah,
you'd want to be in like regular, and that is part of the point. You're right. Is like guys just don't do it.
They don't. Yeah, I'm gonna ball into some of them in London because apparently there's some outrageously good, like thrift shops and
thrift shop and like vintage
stuff, yeah, and
But,
like
some of that
charity
stuff-
shops, and try and find like one or two nice pieces for the winter, because I do need to get some winter clothes, and I don't want to be balling in to fucking Zara and Uniqlo and all this shit like with my new clothes, because then that's just me adding on top, you know.
Add to the pile. Do you want to hear some facts about
I
fast
do. Please
fashion?
give me some fucking hard hitting shit.
Fact number 1. 100 billion items of clothing are produced each year.
And 99 billion of that is from Shein.
Yeah. This translates to nearly 14 items for every human being on the planet.
A year?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Every human being on the planet.
Yeah. It's not
There's 7 billion people. That's fucking insane. Based on these jaw-dropping figures, it should come as no surprise that global clothing production represents the 3rd largest manufacturing industry in the world, preceded by only the automotive and technology
Come on now,
industries.
Jesus.
I know, I
You're
fucked it.
falling apart.
I
here.
actually was like, I felt like I was back in school there.
You're having a stroke, like.
It's too far away from me. I felt like I was back in school there now for a minute. Would you like to hear another one?
Just summarize that one. Do you want to sit on that one for a while?
Yeah, I do actually. Yeah, that's really fucking wild. Like 14 items per person. That's everyone. Like, and that's including like a lot of people who don't really buy into fast fashion. You know,
Yeah, the other couple of billion people who don't have shops.
like not like
To buy
they don't
clothes.
do high street stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like many continents on the world, but then like, you know, yeah, I was gonna say
That's
like,
crazy, bro.
what's the crack? What's the crack in like?
What's the crack?
What's the crack in India? Like, I assume, like in the major cities, they have all the chains, or they have their versions of chains. You'd imagine. But like, I suppose their fashion is different to ours anyway, isn't it? Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I have no fucking clue.
Yeah.
All I know is that like places like Morocco and like North African countries and like
Do they have H&M?
Middle Eastern and stuff.
Yeah, they do.
Like,
No.
They do in like the massive build-up cities. They'll have like H&M and Zara's and stuff. I don't know about Zara's, but they'll have like the high street fashions.
Sure.
But they also
A
have
version of
loads
it.
of places that just make knockoffs themselves
Yeah.
of those clothes.
Yeah.
So they have their own version of it, I think,
Right.
where they just wear that stuff.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Do you know?
as well.
Do you ever go to like somewhere like that where you go to all these shops and they have all these clothes
Yeah.
that are like ripped off, like
Calvin Klein.
yeah, Dolce and Gabbani, Naki.
I actually love. like really bad
They're
fakes of things.
so
It's
good.
so-
Like
it's
I
so
actually
funny.
buy them on purpose because
Yeah.
they're so funny. Like
I love. Yeah. Dolce and
I think
Gabbani.
I saw a couple in Morocco and they were ludicrous. I can't remember what they were. Like they were so wrong.
Yeah.
The spellings were so wrong.
Yeah.
It was fucking brilliant. Like, and in China as well, in Hong Kong.
Gookie.
In Hong Kong, it was fucking great crack. They literally had a market that looked like it went on for miles,
Yeah.
and it was just the same,
Just
shop.
knock off stuff.
the same shops all the way down, and they'd ridiculous shit. Like you could buy anything. They sold knockoff microphones. You know, like anything.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Knock off anything.
That's insane.
It was crazy. Like knock off phones, everything. Knock off people.
I probably should highlight it because it came to my head that I feel like I made a bad version of Gucci and then accidentally made a racial slur.
What?
So
How
I'm
was
just
the
gonna.
racial slur?
I'm actually not gonna. I'm just gonna acknowledge it and move on.
I didn't hear it. How was the racial slur? What did you say? Come on, brother, own up.
Oh no!
Tell the people what you
Well, I
said.
said Gookie, didn't I?
How is that a racial slur?
But like, if I take the I off that, it's a.
Oh
it's
my
a bad
god!
racial
Yeah. Well, if you fucking say it like that, then
Yeah.
but you weren't even. That wasn't even in your ballpark. Like.
Well, it didn't, and then
It was innocent.
It was innocent. That's all. I am innocent.
Okay, well, at least you owned up to your racism. Jesus Christ.
Should we cut this?
No, move on. What's the next fucking point?
Another
Christ
fact.
almighty.
The average person only wears 20% of their clothes
What?
80% of the time. I don't know what that means. The modern
90% of the time.
I get that.
I know what. Yeah, they don't wear half the items. Like,
as in, like they wear 20. Most of the time, they wear like a very small portion.
I wear fucking all my clothes all the time at once. I walk out of the door. And I'm literally covered in layers. And it's.
I guess you ain't average, Nan. You
not
know.
average, baby.
Yeah.
You don't wear your shirt.
You just wear all of your clothes at one time. Yeah, right. Alpha. The modern shopping model, which relies on rapid production and cheap deals, encourages excessive consumption as people are inherently attracted to low-priced goods. For individual buyers, it is easier and more economic to snatch up cheap clothes that have short lifespans compared to splurging on high-quality, long-lasting pieces that will shortly fall out of popularity. Yet, despite owning large quantities of fashion items, studies show that most people wear the same things over and over, while in most cases, at least 50% of their wardrobe is left untouched.
Oh, we need to relax. That is very, like that earth.org.
Yeah.
That fucking thing is quite
dense.
No, they're like, you're a dickhead if you wear fast fashion. Some people can't afford to wear sustainable clothing, like what about the people who are like lower class?
Yeah.
Like not middle class, lower class, or like working class.
No, I agree. I think the point that they're making there is like people probably buy too much of the cheap stuff as well.
What if you have no other option and you've like 4 kids you have to fucking clothe?
Well, fair enough.
You're not going to buy a fucking 4 t-shirts for 50 quid for your children that are probably going to destroy it in a couple of weeks anyway.
Well, I totally agree with that, but that's the point being like, they don't buy 4 t-shirts, they buy 12 and they don't wear half of them, bits like that.
I think that is...
I think clothing kids is kind of different anyway, because
like... greenwashing. I think that's putting the blame
on the consumer.
On the consumer, when it should be companies... Like there should... I don't know how you fucking sort that shit out. Like obviously more regulation on companies that do fast fashion and stuff, and like more repercussions for like creating more waste from those companies, but also you need to have some sort of fucking incentive for companies that are doing sustainable fashion so they actually can make it cheaper. Yeah, like there's no like obviously the reason why fast fashion is so cheap is because they pay their workers nothing. It's basically slave labor, like in countries like India,
that would be
Vietnam, and like Southeast Asia and stuff. That's where all this clothes is coming from, I think. And those people are basically slaves. And if we were to not give them or not get them to make the clothes, then it would be very expensive. Yeah. So just need to like, but how do you do that? Because then if you stop fast fashion, they don't have a job.
Yeah. It's very much like there's very few decent, job opportunities in some of these places. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Unless you can pay them, because obviously, like, how are you meant to get governments together to sort this issue out when it's like it's an international commerce where governments each have their own regulations and stuff? Unless you can continue fast fashion, because realistically you're not going to be able to stop it. Like the economy of fast fashion is unstoppable at this stage. Some economies are based on it. Like if you were to take it away, you would remove hundreds of thousands of jobs. So the only really solution is to either incentives from each governments to subsidize those companies so then they can pay their workers more. So then the price of clothes,
more regulations surrounding the actual payment of workers,
the price of clothes doesn't go up, and the workers who are fucking slaves.
Well, the problem is it would go up if they.
But that's what I'm saying. You subsidize it.
They'd probably still knock it on anyway.
That's what you regulate.
Do you want to hear some solutions to fast fashion?
Okay, yeah.
But these are not solutions to the problems that you're talking about.
Is it more talking about like waste?
Yeah.
Okay.
Buy secondhand. Do you know one thing that it says here is organize a clothes swap? That's something I never considered. I think that's actually a really good idea. I've never thought about that before.
A clothes swap.
So like I would say like I'm going to call Mike Hogan tomorrow and be like, let's both bring like several items from our wardrobes that we don't want to use anymore, and you bring yours.
What if you don't like your clothes?
Well,
what?
No, what do you mean? If you don't like the clothes that he brings, then you just don't take it.
You walk away with nothing.
Well, you were probably willing
to tears the shirt off your
back.
You
were probably willing to part with the items that you brought already. So just let him take what he wants. You take whatever you want, and if you don't take anything, grand. or like find someone who's your size and like just like, oh, I want to swap these shitty t-shirts, like, you know what I mean? Like find someone who wears a similar style clothes to you.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I think like there's definitely a whole subculture of people who do that.
Yeah,
we're just not part of that.
No. There's also renting clothes, which I read about last night, which I didn't know anything about.
Renting clothes?
You can rent clothes.
I suppose you rent suits.
You rent suits. So why can't you rent clothes? Like I was watching last night. It's definitely more popular in America. There was like flagship stores for this company that rents clothes, basically. But like you can obviously their main selling thing was online. And they had this huge facility. It was like they claimed to have the biggest laundry in the world because they would like obviously take all the clothes back and wash them, you know. But you can rent for weeks at a time.
And then you
just give it back.
To be a bastard and stickler, then there's that massive laundromat that is like pumping chemicals into the fucking ocean.
Yeah, but like
there's no winning, Colin.
No,
we should all just die.
They obviously
head in the sand.
But they can
wear
use
nothing.
More.
Go to the woods. Wear nothing. Live off the land.
You'll freeze.
No,
you will freeze.
Fucking kill a bear and wear its fur.
That's still unethical.
Well, if you're trying to survive, it's not. You know,
you get worms.
Our ancestors did it. You get worms from a bear.
Yeah.
Only if you eat it.
Only if you eat it. Don't forget, people. They got big worms. That's because wild salmon have worms.
This is going to depress me. Because there's no
but it's not futile. They can wash the stuff in a more economical way for sure, and massive machines that bulk wash compared to you bulk washing you wash your clothes every time you say you wear a pair of socks, obviously you wash them every single time.
Yeah.
Most of your items of clothing, like your t-shirt, your jocks, your socks, you'll wash every time you use it, right?
Well, no. Well, obviously my jocks and my socks, yeah.
But more or less.
But I bulk wash them as well, like. I don't just wash one pair of socks every single time.
No, I agree, but even like the amount of water you use on like those small machines and the chemicals you use is like, they can use a lot less with a massive machine.
Okay, so that issue is not an issue.
That's not
a big issue.
It's yes, you're right. It's an issue, but it's certainly not as much of an issue as us buying and washing our shitty clothes that keep falling apart. Whereas they have like higher end pieces of clothing that last for longer. So the amount of times they wash them is more, but the amount of like waste that they produce is less.
Yeah, okay.
You know, when you can do something on a higher level, you can create less waste as well. If you're
that's not what fast fashion has done.
No, but that's the point. They're trying to counteract it. Like, that's the point. Shop local. I don't know.
What is shop in local boutiques and stuff?
I guess more like
independently
owned stuff.
Like independently owned stuff in Ireland or in
London, no.
And stuff. Well, I don't know about London, but in Cork, it's like sustainable fashion in Cork. Those companies or small businesses are charging insane amounts of money for clothing. And I know they're like uniquely made, like, do you know what I mean? It takes a while to make each piece and stuff, but like it comes back again to like majority of people don't have enough money to buy a one-off piece that's going to cost them 300 quid. Like,
well, you're trying to sell to people who do, like, that's the point. Like, in that business model, you are trying to sell to people who, because you need a higher price point because you can't sell as much stuff because you're making it. You know what I mean?
I suppose, how do you get the culture to change to like buy more expensive stuff rarely?
Well, unfortunately,
less frequently.
It would be. Fortunately, it would probably mean like levying cheaper stuff. You know, like the way the solution to people stopping smoking, like, would be like probably applied to that as well. Just charge them more, and they'll stop doing it. So, that doesn't work though. I always understand what you said, but like that. The argument for like poorer families is like used for so much stuff, you know what I mean? It's always the crux of the problem, isn't it? Like, it's the same with like food, it's the same like with healthy food, and it's the same with clothes. It's like, you know, people can't afford it because they actually can't. Like, that's the point. Like, but
they're just about
the solution
paying their
then
rent.
Needs
like,
the solution.
Most of us are just about paying our rent.
No, exactly.
You know
but the solution then needs to be like, you need to help people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not make clothes more expensive or charged massive tax on sausage rolls. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, no, you actually just need to like fucking help out poorer families. Like,
and then that sounds like a government problem.
yeah,
You know?
no, well, it always is. Like, the government is supposed to be helping. The government is supposed to be fucking helping the people. Like, it's for the people and by the people. Like, do you know what I mean? That's the point.
For the people and by the people.
That's exactly what it is. Like,
Now it sounds like Colin's political takes. It's gone full circle, my man. Usually it was me who was the big political hothead.
but I'm not a.
We should stand up and fight the government in the train.
I actually don't think you should. I don't think you should actually fight the government, but I do think, like, you know, it would be nice if, like, you had politicians in there who actually had, like, an oversight as opposed to, like, thick cunts with paddy caps.
That's the sad thing about it, though, is because politics has always been like that, and it never has changed, and it never will change until we destroy these systems and rebuild them. But, like, I don't fucking know how to do that. I'm just a boy. Don't ask me. I'm just sitting here with a microphone in front of another boy with a microphone, asking him to talk to him.
We've cured loneliness. At least.
Yeah.
Change your habits. That's another.
Change
solution.
your habits. Is that the next suggestion?
I don't know what that means.
How does that?
Invest in timeless pieces as well. It says here.
It's just the same thing over and over again, isn't it?
Yeah, it kind of is. Like, look for more sustainable materials. That's kind of, I guess, fair enough. Like, actually look at to what is.
What are sustainable materials, though?
More like, I'd imagine. Cotton? Yeah, natural fibers. Yeah.
So no polyester.
Yeah, like plastic-based ones, not so much.
I suppose, maybe there could be more education on what is unsustainable material. Because, like, most people buying a t-shirt, like, when I'm buying a t-shirt, I'm not looking at, is this material sustainable? I'm like, is this material going to fucking fall apart when I put it in the washing machine?
Yeah.
And plastic doesn't.
Like, I'll be honest, like, I'm very price-driven in my clothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
I don't mind spending a bit of quid on something, like, as in I was very price driven before in Zara and H&M and stuff. I'm like, yeah, let's get the cheapest t-shirt.
Yeah.
But that always ended up costing me more, or because the t-shirts were shit and they didn't fit well.
Yeah.
So now I'm like Uniqlo is still quite cheap. Like, it's like 20 something quid for a t-shirt, but like, I don't mind spending that much on a t-shirt, or like 50 or 60 quid now on something like a hoodie or a jumper, or 100 and some quid on a jacket. I don't mind doing that now because I know it's going to last a bit longer, but I don't have the money to be spending like 60, 80 quid on a t-shirt that is completely sustainable.
Yeah.
You know?
I agree. And, like, I also fuck things up and lose things and whatever you like. If I ever buy, like, I had a really nice overshirt.
That's because your fucking room is a mess.
Yeah, I don't lose them in my room.
Yeah,
I
lose in the jungle of Colin's room. You walk in and it's like, like, what
it's
the fuck
cat.
is
It's
that?
cat now at the moment, and
There's cats in there as well.
They might be because there's an odor.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Don't tell me that.
Okay, I'll just tell everyone on the podcast. There's a wretched odor surrounding my room. I think we've only really going to manage to milk about 20 minutes about this before we start repeating ourselves. That seems.
It seems like it's just going to go over and over and over again, the same issues. Like, I mean, we're not the people to fix this.
No, but idiots. I thought it would be interesting to highlight it.
We're
for sure.
Stupid idiots.
Jesus.
We're fucking
idiots. Self-loading fools.
So yeah, I don't know. Like, fast fashion is not going to be stopped. All you can do is just not buy from Shein, not buy from H&M, don't buy off Wish or any shit like that.
But like,
get your t-shirts from somewhere a bit more sustainable. I have to look more into Uniqlo because I do love all their clothes.
They have good shit.
I love their clothes, and I have no idea if they're more sustainable or not.
They probably
they feel a bit higher quality.
Yeah, they're probably more higher quality,
and
but they probably aren't as sustainable as you think.
Yeah. But it's much higher quality, and it's been lasting me much longer than anywhere else I've been buying clothes.
Well, there you go.
So, like, that in itself,
is
a bit more sustainable, because I'm not going to throw that shit out. Like,
totally. There you go. Yeah, 100%.
And it's not going to get to the point where I can't wear it.
Yeah,
because they're not even close to that, and I've washed the shit out of them.
There you go. What were you doing this week? Because I'm finished with the fast fashion.
Oh, are you done with? We're moving on. So, all right,
cracking on.
Next topic.
Should we actually? Is that something we should start doing?
That just means more work. Just means I'll have to put in like fucking
5 more minutes.
But no, we have to put in like
I can write little bits.
What's the word I'm looking for? Chapters on YouTube. Ain't nobody got time for that.
It's probably blocking my unreal face. I'm so handsome.
Look at my ass. Look at my juicy ass.
Look at my fucking juicy ass away. Sorry for that.
What was I doing this week? What day is it? Tuesday?
Yeah.
Jeez, I've been doing much like. I went to
tell the people about your video event, yeah.
Last week. I was in Ireland. I flew back Thursday.
Yeah.
What did I do? I flew back Thursday. I was meeting up with some video people, Rua Productions.
Shout out.
Shout out to the lads. And just got some cameras off them, and I shot a wedding.
Nice.
With Dara Toomey Weddings.
DT.
Sexy man. DT. He's hilarious. Check out his Instagram and his TikTok. He's a very funny comedian. And if you have a wedding, hire him for your weddings.
That's actually a very good idea. He's excellent.
But I was video 2 for him. So he gave me the whole rundown of how to do a wedding and I was using some sexy cameras. Oh my God, I was beside myself. And yeah, I learned a shit ton from that. It was great crack. I was actually really nervous.
Really?
Before I went to it, because I was second shooter, so I actually had to go to the groom's house on my own to do all the footage for him and stuff, because he was doing the bride.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just, like I was kind of relaxed, but at the same time I was like, Jesus, what if I, because you have to direct people.
Yeah.
And like it's just intimidating when I'm not good at directing people when I'm behind the camera. Like
it's usually just like tie your tie.
It's but I have to be like go in and all the family's getting ready and they're having breakfast and then I'm like, hi, I was going on the videographer and having a cup of tea, chatting away. Like that was grand. Like when I get a lot more nervous in my head. And then I actually go.
Yeah, and
it's perfectly fine.
Totally. Yeah.
And it's so grand and I'm having great crack and I'm like, why was I so nervous?
That's the way it always is with anything like that. Yeah.
But then just like directing him around, telling him to like stand by some windows and tie his tie and put a jacket on and all that kind of stuff. And I was nervous that I wasn't going to get good enough footage for Dara.
Sure.
That it would be kind of shit, like, and he would be like, this isn't good. Like, I haven't seen it yet, but I'm waiting for him to get back.
That was just like a turd.
It's like, God. So I was
toilet.
doing that. And then we did the rest of the wedding in the reception and I felt deadly. We had little earpieces.
No way.
Yeah, little earpieces. He was like, bride's coming in there now. All this shit. It was
That's
cool.
excellent.
Yeah, it was fucking deadly.
So actually, it's good because otherwise you're shouting.
Shouting across the church. Dara! Just as they're doing the vows. Get a picture of her face. She looks great. Really chronic.
I'd love that. Like somebody ruined it.
No, that's her shit side. Go around.
I love that shit, man. Just like, yeah. Shouting across the wedding then. That would be pretty wild.
So yeah, it was lovely. It was good crack. I learned a lot. Learned a lot about wedding videos and stuff.
Yeah.
And then the video event in London. Then the next day was good crack.
Class.
Met a load of really cool videographers who are fucking sick, unbelievable, like really, really top lads who I was like, shouldn't be talking to you, like you're unbelievable. Like
no, but that's that's what it's about, transferring of skills, man.
Yeah, and they were all so fucking sound.
Yeah,
like putting on the event to like bring a load of people around and stuff was great, and like even lads who have like fucking 300,000 followers on Instagram who are like doing shit with Sony and all this stuff and everything, who are like proper big heads, like we're so sound.
They normally are.
Yeah,
I feel like most video people are sound as fuck.
The community vibe that I'm getting off the video people is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like, they're just like a warm embrace. There's no competition. Do you know what I mean? There's like room for everyone to do shit, and everyone's just kind of trying to learn as much as they can. Like, so that event was class. I've got a lot of really cool photos and footage from it that will take me forever to go through.
I know.
But it's good crack. I'll get through it, and then it's good practice to be editing and stuff like that. Yeah. That's what I've been doing all week.
I do think it's funny on that about like how much money people pay you to like do shit at your weddings and how easily you could fuck them up.
For the videos and stuff.
Yeah, and like say I do a load of first dances and I do a load of like I sing people up the aisle or like or whatever, like, and it's just like some of it's so last minute like planned that it's just like, oh God, like this could be very easily terrible. Like
for the
it
wedding
always tends
stuff,
to work out.
For music and the wedding stuff, it is funny that like probably giving away something here now, but if you book someone for your wedding, they're learning that first dance on the car on the way there.
So, well, the drummer maybe.
Unless it's really difficult for a song, but usually it's the same fucking shit. Like,
yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, although I find very little overlap. People pick kind of mad stuff these days. Like,
well, maybe in the UK, but in Ireland,
in the UK, anyway. In Ireland, yeah. So it's like because people just like look up Spotify first dances and they pick the first song on it.
Grand.
Yeah, you can tell who's looked it up on Spotify.
Yeah, there's no fucking around with video though. You can't fuck. Like,
no,
there's contracts that you have to sign when you're doing video for a wedding.
Yeah,
like the contracts are pretty robust.
Yeah,
and like these lads have insurance and everything. If the couple sue them, you know, if the couple sue you because if you don't like their videos and stuff like that, they can sue you and shit. Like, but you know, you have to have indemnity.
Is that it?
Insurance, some shit like that. But obviously, you want to do the best job you can for a couple. Yeah. It's their fucking day, like, and
you only get one shot.
Most important day of their life, you know. So you have to be fucking prepared and be on it, like.
You only get one shot at
one opportunity
as well. Like, it sees everything you ever wanted to capture it.
Or you just let it slip.
John and Mick.
Boom, 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 boom.
What the fuck is that?
Tell them, boys.
Yeah, I was gonna say like. I'm sweaty.
It's gonna be a star, I tell ya. Anyway.
Yeah. That sounds like good crack. What'd you do last Tuesday?
I don't think I was doing anything that important, actually.
No, nothing of worth.
Nothing worth talking about, really.
Yeah.
It was a bit of just, you know, stuff. I think, I went up to Scotland.
Yeah.
And we were playing a gig together in
Sneaky Feats.
In Sneaky. Did you have a good time?
I'm doing an office thing now. I'm just staring at the camera.
Did you have a fun time at the second original gig you ever played?
That was not the second original gig.
As a band.
Thousands. Great crack. Amazing. The band played very well. Everyone played very well. Anton McLaughlin, we did a co-headline with him. He played incredible. His band was unreal.
His band is unreal. He's fucking sound.
He's very sound, man.
Anton, shout out.
He's a very good friend of mine.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out, man.
Shout out, mate.
Shout out, Nuri.
Nuri.
Shout out, Nuri.
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 I can't do it.
I can't do it.
I was actually trying to practice Northern Ireland accent there in the car on the way to the wedding the other day.
Really?
For hours, like.
Be like.
Right. It's been ages.
It's
been ages.
Depends where you're from. South Armagh. I was trying to do the different areas, but it's hard. Tough, man. Some of the like country northern accents are fucking
ages.
tough.
I can't believe you're here.
Ages.
You're saying to me, get away.
Ages.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
And then I keep falling into like a Scottish accent. Sometimes I'm like, no.
Yeah, it's tough. Well, that's where the kind of origin of the accent comes from. You know that.
The Scots.
The plantation of Ulster. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's why like the northern dialect is the way it is because of the plantation of Ulster, because it was so successful. Because there's like a lot of, most of the Protestant planters were from Scotland. Yeah,
really,
Scottish royals, or not royals, but Scottish lords and stuff like that. Yeah,
that's crazy. I didn't know that.
That's why you have the accent.
That's
like
why they've all speak like that up the north.
Yeah,
totally. You can't beat a good sexy or Northern Irish or Scottish accent. They're just the sexiest.
Yeah, you're obsessed,
ever.
Man. You're actually obsessed. You're like wanted some Scottish.
There's
queen.
nothing better than a Scottish accent. Like
some of them are.
Well, some of them not are like really rough ones, like really rough Scottish accent, like. Oh, you come here, telling me. You're like, oh yeah, you're so.
I don't mind that. I don't mind. Oh yeah. I don't mind that so much. It's actually alright. I really enjoyed the accent.
Gravelly, low, deep Scottish accent.
When I lived there, I feel like I have a great ear for it now. Like I felt like Meg was like sort of. We were chatting to some people, or like I have a friend from Glasgow as well, and when she chats to him, she misses like a good few things he says. But I just know
you have it. Yeah,
I have it down.
You got it down, brother.
2 years, man. You pick up a thing or two.
Anyway, the gig.
You're wasting your time.
Great fun. It was good crack.
Really good fun. Thanks to everyone who came out. Again, shout out. Thanks.
Am I fucking shooting the camera like am I like a roadman?
Skiddly bop bop.
The fuck is that?
What was that?
Don't look at your phone in the middle of a podcast.
What?
Original gigs. We do more.
Do more. I want to do more. Yeah, I got offered some more, but it was like a duo or a one solo.
You should really avoid doing solo stuff.
I don't really want to do them. I got offered stuff for later on in the year, but it was again through one of these like, they seem to all. It's like they're promoters in London, but they seem to all work through the same gigs, and they just like put you on, and then you sell tickets, and if you don't sell tickets, they kick you off the gig.
It's mad. Why?
Which has happened to me already, but anyway.
Ooh, well, you were quite successful in the last 2 gigs.
Yeah, but see, like, that's because I was like, that's why your man was like, oh, you're not putting in enough effort in trying to sell this gig for you or for. But I'm like, no, it's like you're the one directly profiting from it. Like, the gig that I'm promoting is my gig and I'm getting the money from it. Like, you know what I mean? So I can pay the people in my band and fucking, cover the cost of.
Break fucking even at least.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit. Just put them on yourself.
Yeah.
Do them yourself. Promote them yourself.
Yeah, it's actually a lot.
It's not because we.
Well, like, say, like, I don't mind. I'd like to be on stuff like that. I did a session gig there a couple of months ago called the Quiet Light Sessions, run by 2 of my mates. And it was fantastic, like, and there was no, like, serious pressure, and we got a great crowd, and it was just like, this is exactly how it should be run, and it was really nice, and the sound was good, and
a lovely experience.
Yeah, and just like more stage time,
Yeah,
which was great. I'm actually, because I'm off on Friday and nobody's here, I'm going to go to like an open mic or something like that, play some songs.
Where is everyone?
Where is everyone? You're in Ireland. Meg's in Ireland.
Is Meg in Ireland as well?
Yeah, that's suspicious.
Oh, weird.
2E over there at the same time. What's that about?
What? We didn't plan that.
Yeah.
Why is she in Ireland?
She's going to All Together now. She's playing with David Kitt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually have tickets for that.
Do you?
But I can't. I'm doing video for a wedding on Saturday.
Shite. You have a ticket for it?
I have a ticket for it, yeah. I bought it a couple of months ago because I was getting FOMO and I was like, do you want to buy the ticket off me and fly over?
No, because I have a fucking wedding on Saturday, isn't it?
Working life, baby.
This
is annoying that the first day you're actually off on a Friday.
You're not here. I was like, let's go
hounding since I moved here to hang out with me. Like,
yeah. Now I'm ready. Now I prepared myself.
I am ready.
What's that again? What the hell is that? I remember that. Is that Evan Prendergast?
No, it's not. It's from a film.
Shout out, Evan. Shout out, lads.
I am ready. Is it like it's like a classic teen film, maybe?
No, it sounded like one of Evan's tunes. Remember that one?
No, his is I'm uninterested.
I am interested.
I am uninterested.
Is it?
That's I am uninterested in you or something.
I
swear to God, I think it is.
I'm into you, and it's obvious. Is what he said.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, well, like, I don't swear to God. Actually, I'm right.
I swear to God.
I am into you, and it's obvious.
Something like that.
Evan, if you're listening, please confirm.
Confirm.
I am ready.
I
can't remember what it's from.
I don't know.
Google it on your fucking laptop. I think it's.
I'll just Google I'm ready.
I am ready. It'd say I am ready movie fucking song. And make sure you put it in the fucking song. Maybe it's from Just Friends.
I don't know, man. Rah, rah, rah.
No, I don't.
Rah, rah,
that's
I'm
it.
ready. Rah, rah, ready. That's a fucking Bollywood.
I am ready. Oh, we're never going to find this.
We're never going to find it.
I am ready.
All right.
Turn it off.
Jesus,
Turn it off.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
I am ready. It's going to torment me for the rest of my life.
Good.
We're actually coming to the end.
That's about an hour, is it?
I don't know.
Thanks very much, ladies and gentlemen. I really appreciate you listening to it. You know what? We prepped some stuff this week. We had a great time. We had a great chat. We'll be back again next week.
Prepped some stuff.
Nah, we did.
Okay.
I think we're going to plan now for... Are you away for 2 weeks?
I'm away for 2 weeks.
We'll see you in a month.
No, we can do it online. Like
we can.
There's a couple.
Actually, what might be good is me and Mike meet up, and then
do it without me.
no, we just call you.
Yeah. Okay. There's a couple of
We did it like that before.
a couple of programs that we can use, new ones that like actually give you really good high quality video and stuff and records and everything for the podcast. There's a whole plethora of options we have.
Plethora.
There's a whole percent of options we have.
Don't forget.
Don't. Okay, fucking
Don't.
That's
Oh
it.
yeah.
Don't. I used to use that gun when I was a prostitute. Don't.
All right, thanks very much. We have been people on planet Earth. My name is Colin Andrew.
What happens on Earth stays on Earth.
Am I right?
Rag City. Yeah, so it's been great.
This is Iraq.
It's falling apart every episode.
Tell them your name, you stupid cunt.
They know who I am.
Tell them again.
We should probably start this at the start of the episode.
Thanks very much. My name is Colin Andrew.
Ian Gubbins.
See ya.
You can follow us on Instagram, TikTok.
Sorry, do I know you pod?
Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Press like. Tell us what you do and don't like about it. Things that we can improve.
Yeah.
What we can talk about. Just, get involved. We love you. Goodbye.
Thanks. Good night. America.
Good night, America.
Good night, the world.
Sorry, do I know you? Just two friends till the end. Drift apart, then back again. Sorry.